See what we got here. Box just came in. The guy even sandblasted this stuff for me. There's the big boy piece. Freshly sandblasted part's got to be painted immediately. So I'm looking for reference points, and I was measuring along here, and then I realized right here there is a hole, and that references over to this one, so I'll know exactly where to cut. This circle could have been a reference point, and this could have been, and this could have been. Unfortunately, none of that remains on the van, but this one does. So if I measure, I can get a spot, an exact spot to cut. And I also cannot assume that this is a perfect 90-degree angle. So I might have to measure the top of this cut and the bottom of this cut from other reference points. Bubble wrap. Okay, so there's one cut. There and there. The next cut, I need to decide whether I want to work on this or this or this cut. He must have had a giant sawzall. Down through here we got the fender that comes around. I'm just gonna cut mine along here because my steel is pretty good on that inner part of that. And if I cut along that reference line right there, I won't make a mistake putting and matching them two together. Couple of more examples of how I'm cutting this. The center of this hole to this bolt hole or screw hole right here. On the inside, reference those 2 points. Center to center. Cut. And then continue on finding landmarks to cut by. Hey, I'm out here about 2 days later, And I still haven't cut this thing all the way through. It's very difficult with this kind of tool. I really wish I had whatever tool he used to cut it out. It looks like a nice clean cut. It's probably some sort of big, huge industrial tool. But I've got a lot of this done. I've got up through here, across here, through here, back, and I've begun to come down this thick frame here. One of the more difficult cuts that I will have to make is right here. It's just going to be a very hard to reach area. Also, I'm kind of brainstorming whether I want to cut these spot welds out down through here, because the upper part of this area here on mine is not dented, and it is dented here. It's got some dents in it there and there, but the bottom is what I'm wanting. So I'm wondering if I should just kind of separate the body panel from the inner structure and worry about that last. Just some thoughts in my mind. I'm using this cutting wheel so much, and it's hot and humid, that my compressor wouldn't keep up with the demand. I have to keep shutting it off, letting it cool off, and it's so humid again, like I said, that I'm having to drain all the water out of it from the air. Some of the cuts from the inside, starting here and across, down, and then it continues from here on around, and of course from here it goes down through the frame downward, and I've got to come across here. And like I said before, this area right here is going to be difficult to cut just due to access restrictions, likely going in from below. And I believe I'm going to have to get a cutting wheel that will go at a different angle. It's just inevitable. With everything that's going on and all this heat, I mean, it is cripplingly hot outside. It is in the upper 90s, it feels like, probably in the hundreds with the heat index. I don't know. I've only been able to work a couple of hours every other day or so. And so this job is starting to turn into a long process. But I'm gonna do some spot weld removal on the fender here and see how far along I can get today. I'm not wanting to peel back on this all the way, but I can peel back enough to see it separated from the inner structure, and I'm gonna stop there. I was just thinking I probably should just repeat the same process on the big chunk, as I call it. Okay, from here down, I'd like to keep the body part in better condition because this will be used. There it is, finally. Broke loose totally on this side. I've got this area right here still to do, and then it should come off. This thing is killing me. Alright, here it is finally. It really kicked my tail. This is the part that I was most concerned with. I'm going to reuse mine up here so it got mangled. It didn't matter. The other side come off perfect. So after tearing all into this, this really needs to be straightened out a little bit. I'm going to do it with a hammer and dolly. So here's the thing, I don't know if taking this body part off was worth the time and effort or not, but time will tell. Bad thing is, I've got to basically do the same thing I did here, over there. I started on that, but I haven't finished. I'm telling you, this has been a lot of work so far. It takes a lot of patience. I don't know if I didn't have a vision for what this van could be, if I could have the patience to do it. But I can see this van someday being a great thing. A real sharp van, a trip back in time, like a time capsule or whatever. So that's what keeps me going, and just the fact that I enjoy getting out in the garage and working with my hands a little bit. You know, when I don't have a project, I miss having a project. And then when I have the project, I know and I see how much work it is. So it's like, give or take, I don't know. But I'm just gonna keep rolling. One last thing before I go. I finally got that blast cabinet that I wanted. This one was found secondhand, but still new on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna need some material to go in it, and I'm gonna need to set up a vacuum, and I'll give it a try, but with this kind of air, this hot, moist air that we've got going on right now, I am skeptical that without a dryer in the line, that this thing is going to function properly. That'll be something I'll have to learn by trial and error. All right. I'll see you guys next week. All right, so give a like, give a comment, or subscribe. See ya.